In this lecture, we are going to write the function for calculating total price so that inside the snap bar, we can display the total price. Open common functions.php. Below this, we are going to write the function. Function name, I will write total price. Inside this, copy this. First, we are going to pass this global connection variable. Then variable name, I will be creating total. Initially, my total will be 0. I am just assuming I am not having any items inside the cart. Now for calculating total also, we are having two conditions. First, we are going to check for the logged in user, and second, we are going to check for the guest user. But here we are having some more steps. If the user is logged in, before calculating the total price, first we will check whether we are having some items inside the session. We will write the logic, then you will understand. Below this, I will be writing if is set. Okay, we are checking if the username is set or not. I will be passing session, and inside this, I'm just going to write username. So this is for logged in user, and inside the else part, we are going to calculate the total price for guest user. Now whatever username we are having, we will access that username, and we are going to assign to one variable. Variable name, I will be passing username. Now we are going to check if the user ID is already present inside the session. If it is not present inside the session, then what we will do, from database, we are going to access user information. So here I will be writing if not set, pass this session variable, and inside this I'm going to pass user ID. Open this. If user ID is not set inside the session, then what we will do, we are just going to query the database. I will write his statement is equal to connection variable. I will be passing prepare, and inside this I'm just going to write the query. Select user ID from which table? I have to access user ID from user table. Let me write in lowercase. Okay, we are checking if user ID is not set in the session, then we are going to access the information from the database. So select user ID from user table, where this also I will write in capital, where username is equal to placeholder. Username is equal to placeholder. Then below this, I'm just going to bind the parameter statement. Let me write stmt bind param. Username is nothing but string. With what value I have to bind? I have to bind with this username. Next, I'm just going to execute this one. Let me write statement execute. Now directly in one line itself, I can write the entire statement. What I will do, from this statement, I'm just going to get the result. Let me write statement get result, and in one line itself, directly I can write like this, fetch ASOC. I'm just fetching whatever result I got. I'm just fetching that complete information. And what information I have to access? I have to access only user ID from user table. So inside this, I'm just going to pass user ID, and whatever information I am having, that entire information I'm just going to store inside session user ID. So here I will be creating session, and inside this I'm just going to pass user ID. If the user ID is already present inside the session, whatever products user has added, we can calculate total price of product. But if the user ID is not set in the session, then from database, we are just fetching user ID and we are storing inside the session. Once it is done, what we will do, this entire session user ID, I'm just going to assign to one variable. Okay, why? Because later on it will be easy. Directly we can pass the variable instead of passing this complete thing. Once I have this, now what I have to do, whatever products user has added, I have to access all the product and calculate the total price. So below this, I will be creating one variable SQL, and then I'm just going to write select. Then what all I have to select? I will select product price. Then I will be selecting quantity from cart table. Okay, P will be standing for product table, C will be standing for cart details table. From product table, I am selecting product price. From cart table, I am selecting quantity. Then I will be passing from cart details table, and alias I will be passing C. Okay, short form I am giving. Then what I will do, I'm just going to join both my cart details table and products table so that I can fetch both this information, what quantity I am having for the product and that product price I am accessing. Then my table name, I will be passing products. Short, I will be writing P. And then I'm just going to pass here on what all information should be matching. From cart details table, my product ID should be equal to product ID from the product table. If both this is matching, only then we are going to access price and quantity for that product. Then I will be passing where clause, where for that particular user I have to access from cart details. I will access user ID is equal to question mark. So whatever user ID we are having, basically whichever user is logged in, only their products we have to access, and only that total price has to be shown to user. So that is the reason where clause is very important. If you do not pass this where clause, no matter how many items we are having inside the cart and no matter which user has added, it is going to add all the total. So that is the reason where clause is important. Then I'm just going to prepare this statement is equal to, I will be passing connection, then prepare. In one line also you can write prepare, and inside this I will be passing my variable SQL. Then I will be binding this. Let me copy, paste it here, change the spelling. Statement bind param UID. Okay, this user ID is nothing but integer, and with what value I have to bind? I have to bind with this user ID. Then I'm just going to execute, copy this. Below this, I will be pasting. Then whatever result I will be getting from this, I'm just going to access all the result. So here I will create one variable items, and inside this, I'm just going to pass this statement. And what I have to do, I just have to get result from this complete statement. And one user can add multiple items. So inside this, I can have multiple items. So to display all the items total price, what we will do, we are going to loop through all the items. So below this, I will be writing while loop. I will create one variable row is equal to what I have to do. From these items, I have to fetch all the result. So here I will be passing fetch ASOC. If you are not using while loop, no matter how many items user has added, we can only access the first item. But if you are using while loop, no matter how many items user has added, we can access or we can fetch all the items. Now what I will do, from this row, I'm just going to access product price. Okay, whatever product price we have accessed, we are just going to access that product price. And then I'm just going to multiply with this quantity. Whatever product price we are having, and if the user has given the quantity as 2, we are just going to multiply product price and quantity. And this entire value, we are going to assign to one variable total. And after each and every loop, whatever total we are having, that also we should add. So what I will do, I will be writing plus equal to, so that for each and every iteration, whatever total we are having, that will be assigned to total. Again, it will be repeating, and we are going to have final total with us. Okay, this is all for logged in user. I hope you understood the logic. Now inside the else part, we are going to write the logic for guest user. If the user is not logged in, then entire cart we have stored inside the session. So here I will be checking if is set, and inside this I will be passing session, and inside session I'm just going to pass cart, and I will be checking if you are having some items inside the cart. So what I will directly, I'm just going to count, copy this complete session cart, and inside this I will be pasting how many values I am having inside the cart, that I am going to count. If it is greater than 0, only then this entire operation has to be performed. If the user is not logged in and if you are having some items inside the cart, only then we have to calculate the total price. if the user is not logged in and if we are not having any items inside the cart, then we don't have to calculate anything. So that is the reason we are checking inside the cart if you are having any items, and if that count is greater than 0, only then calculate total price. For guest user also, whatever data we are going to fetch from the products table, we are going to write the prepare statement. If you are using normal SQL, then easily in 1 or 2 steps you can write, but let us focus on prepare statement. So first what I will do, from the cart I will access only keys. I will create one variable name I will pass product IDs is equal to function name I will write array keys, and inside this I'm just going to pass my session cart. So here I will be passing session cart. No matter how many products guest has added, we are only accessing product IDs. Below this, we have to write the query, but inside the query, we have to pass the placeholder. Now guest can have multiple items inside the cart. So first, what we will do, whatever product IDs we are having, we are just going to fill that with question mark. So here I will create one variable name I will pass placeholders is equal to implode function. Inside this, with what value I have to separate? I have to separate with comma. Then next, all the values I have to fill with question mark. Starting with 0, then I'm just going to count how many product IDs I am having from this. So here I will be writing count function. Inside this, I will be passing product IDs. Just assume I am having two products, so I will have 0, 2. So for two values, I will be having question mark. Next parameter of this array function, I'm just going to pass this question mark. No matter how many IDs I have got from here, I'm just going to pass question mark for that. Below this, I will be writing query SQL is equal to, I will write select product ID, select product ID. Now here we don't have to combine card details table and product table. Why? Because guest user data will not be stored inside the card. Whatever item guest has added inside the session, only for those products we are going to fetch the item from products table. So I will access product ID, then I will access product price. From which table I have to access? I have to access from products table. Then I will be writing where condition, where product ID is present inside this placeholders. Now inside this placeholders, what values I will be having? I will be having question mark. From here, if I have got two question mark, so here I will have the result two question marks. Next, I'm just going to prepare statement is equal to connection variable. Then I'm just going to prepare, and inside this I will be passing SQL. Below this, what I will do, for all these product IDs, I'm just going to assign the data type. Now why? Because inside the array format, we have got the result. So what I will do, I will be writing one more step, and no matter how many products I am having, for all the products, I'm just going to assign the data type. So here, I will create one variable types. Function I will be passing string repeat. Okay, for all this, you should be little familiar with PHP functions. If you're not, no problem. I will be explaining you what this function will be doing. I will be passing I. I stands for integer. And for what values I have to pass I, let me just copy this. Let me write here capital S. I will copy this complete count product IDs. So if I am having 2, then 2 I's will be present. If I am having 3, then 3 I's will be present. So all the 3 I's we are just going to assign to this variable types. Then I'm just going to bind the parameter. I will be writing statement. What I have to pass? I have to pass bind param, and inside this, where I am having all the data types, I am having inside this variable types. Next, what value I have to bind? I have to bind all the product IDs. And this is nothing but array. So what I will be doing? I will be using this operator. This is called as spread operator. Basically, we are unpacking all the values. For example, if I am having 8, 9 inside this product IDs, I'm just going to spread all the IDs. So I will be having 8, comma 9. It will not be present inside the array. I'm just going to unpack all the values. How many product IDs I am having? For all those product IDs, data type will be assigned. Okay, these are the extra steps which I told you we have to perform. If you want to write in simple query, in simple way, or if you're having any other solution, you can provide in comment section so that it will help other students as well. After that, I have to execute this copy. Below this, I will be pasting. Then next, you are very familiar what we have to do. Copy this. Here I will be pasting. You can write result, you can write item, whatever you want, you can write. As of now, in if we have already used items, so here I will be passing result. So from this also, I can have multiple items. So again, same thing, I will copy. Here I'm just going to paste. In place of items, I will be passing result. Now what I will do, when it is looping, I'm just going to access product ID of the products. So here create one variable, PID is equal to, I will be passing row, and inside this, I'm just going to pass product ID. Then total plus equal to row. I'm accessing product price from products table. But here from cart table, we are not accessing anything. Instead, I'm just going to pass my session cart. And what I have to access? I have to access this product ID. So inside this, I'm just going to pass product ID. So whatever product ID we are having, accordingly, we are just going to calculate with the total price. If we are having 2 times, I will be having 2 here, and whatever product price we are having for the product, we are just going to multiply that product. And finally, that entire value we are going to assign to this total variable. Once this entire thing is done, below this directly, I'm just going to echo total from this function. For both logged in user and guest user, we are only going to return the total. We have written logic for logged in user as well as using prepare statement itself. We have written logic for guest user. Okay, let me just correct. Here it has to be session, and inside this implode function, this is our first parameter and this is the second parameter, and both the parameters we have to separate by comma. Rest entire thing is correct. Now what I will do, I'm just going to open navbar.php. Inside this, we have to display the total price. You can see in navbar, we are having total. Copy this PHP. I will be pasting. In place of cart item, I'm just going to call this total price. Copy and paste. Come to project. Let us see the output. I have not logged in with any user. So that is the reason I am having register and login button. Total is 0 initially. Now I am adding this 199 cart. Add this item to cart. You can see total is 199. If I come to cart, that item will be displayed. Again come here. I will be adding this item. You can see total is calculated and I am having the total as 348. Come to cart. Total amount is 248. Again come here. Again I will add the same item. Total is 547. And here also I will be having the total as 547. So successfully, whatever total we are having, we are able to display in the navbar. Now what I will do, I'm just going to log in. I will log in with SEMA 1234. Log in, come to home page. Now for SEMA, you can see I am having different total, that is 1144. Come to cart page. SEMA has added all these items, so that is the reason I am having this total. So in this way, for both guest user and logged in user, we have written the different logic so that their total price will be shown inside the navbar. At any point, if you're having doubt, you can ask your doubt in comment section so that together we can resolve all the issues.